Okay, so I'm back here where I saved the game after killing that scorpion, and I did get the scorpion's tail, right? Yeah, here we go, one scorpion tail. So, okay, I'm gonna forget about fighting more monsters for now because I'm just way too low on stamina. I think I exhausted all my stamina at wit actually, and never got around to getting it back. So, okay, Saurus, go home. And yeah, the natural homing instinct naturally sets us on the right path. And here we are. What time is it now? It's mid-afternoon. The day's already almost over. And we ride the Saurus up to the city, and the guard always talks to us. He says, "It is good that you have returned safely from the desert." Okay. Get off the Saurus, and the guard, as usual, tells us he would be honored to touch our Saurus. So yeah, we'll just leave the Saurus there. The guard knows what to do with it. And here's Alichika trying to sell us more firewood. Fire sale today, yeah, okay. Alright, so what do we want to do? I want to go to the apothecary. I think that's almost how you pronounce it. Apothecary? I think that's pretty close. Go to the apothecary, and I want to sell the tail to Harik. And as usual, he didn't notice us come in. "Have you seen the fire elemental? It is magic of the most marvelous kind. So very beautiful, the dancing flames. If I but had such a creature at my command, the pills I would make." Yeah, Haruka is excited by fire and doesn't seem to care that the fire elemental will burn the whole city down. Okay, let's try again. Sell him the tail. "Ah, wonderful. I was almost out of poison cure pills. Now I can make up some more. Here's your reward of 20 dinars. You take the money and put it away. Alright. So we sold him the scorpion's tail, and there is one other thing we can sell him, which is ghoul claws, but ghouls only come out at night, so we'll have to go back to the desert at night to get those. Okay, I think we're done here for now. Let's see, let me pull out the map. You know what, I really should take a nap because I'm out of stamina, but I'm going to go and, you know what? Now's a great time to go and visit Aziza because of the fire elemental connection. So we're back here at Aziza's house, and as usual, we have to knock. "Welcome, Late Blight." We don't need to answer her riddles again. We did that the first time. So, "Come in, sit down, and be welcome." And I don't think I can type sit. Yeah, she says, "Come sit at my table." You have to actually use the arrow keys to move the fighter around, or the hero around. "Shall we share tea?" As usual, say yes. "The tea is cool and refreshing, blah blah, same message as before. Now that we have shared tea, what is it for which you've come?" Okay. Now it's time to see some of Aziza's visual aids. Aziza knows a lot about the elementals, and she has a little mini sort of instructional clip that she plays for all of them. So, the first elemental you encounter in the game is the fire elemental. We'll have to face it soon, so let's ask about fire elemental. "Perhaps it would be well to show you as well as to tell you about such things. The essence of fire is hunger. As long as there is something nearby to burn, it will be able to move freely. It can consume the very bricks which make up the floor of the plazas." "Until it is contained, it cannot be controlled. The weakness of fire is water, but the elemental of fire will avoid water by moving away from its source. Unless you find some way to drive or lure the elemental away from the open plazas where there is much it can burn to a more confined area, you will not be able to use water against it to capture it. Once it is captured and contained, it behaves as a magical flame." Okay, that's cool. Actually, I don't think I asked Aziza about just elementals yet. Let's ask the more general question, ask about elementals. Again, she says, "Perhaps it would be well to show you as well as to tell you about such things." There are 4 basic elements which make up the universe: water, earth, air, and fire. An elemental is formed when magic shapes an element into a semblance of a living creature. Elementals are very powerful and destructive. They can be weakened by the contrary element, but they cannot be destroyed. Once weakened, the elemental can be captured. Once captured, the magical nature of the elemental can be used for helpful rather than harmful purposes. Okay, that was it. I think she might also have something to say about contrary elements. Let's see, what does she say to contrary elements? The contrary element or weakness of fire is water. The weakness of water is air. The weakness of air is earth, and the weakness of earth is fire. Weakening an elemental will force it to seek escape and thus be captured in a suitable container. Can we ask about containers? An elemental trying to escape will be drawn to a container of an appropriate nature. If there is no container, then it will either flee or dissipate and reappear elsewhere. A container can be created by choosing an appropriate receptacle for the element, such as a water skin for water. Once the elemental has entered the container, its magical essence will be retained. One who thus captures an elemental will have power over it to use as he pleases. Okay. So what have we learned? Well, the contrary element to fire is water, of course. That's not too hard to figure out. An elemental needs to be basically attacked with the contrary element, so it can be thus weakened. And then you need an appropriate container to contain the elemental. I think that's a pretty good start now. And Aziza has other things to say about the other elementals, but let's take those as they come. For now, let's just thank her for her information. She says, we are most welcome, and I'll say farewell. As usual, she says, it's been a pleasure conversing with us. Perhaps we shall share tea again sometime. Yeah, we definitely will. Okay. For more specific information about the fire elemental, we go to Shapir's resident fireman, who is, of course, Haddock Atar. Let's see, Haddock, what can you tell us about container? I did not notice you come in. Welcome back. Okay, let's ask him about the container. Oh, he says it's not in his power to give us the answer. That's great. That's really helpful. Okay, but he must know something about the fire elemental. I'll ask him about the fire elemental. Let's see what he has to say about that. Fire glowing in the very semblance of a man, a marvel to behold, and yet a deadly peril as well. To understand the fire elemental, you must know the flame. Okay. I think I asked him about fire before, but let's ask him about the flame again, because, yeah, he does his usual demonstration. He raises his arms in the air because he's so excited. See how the flame reacts to incense? Fire is attracted to the things it burns because it is very vain. You know, incense would make quite a lure for a fire elemental. Now I must get back to my work. If you see something which interests you, let me know. Oh, really? Incense? Tell us about incense. This incense is made from the finest frankincense. It should attract the flame as the moth is attracted to it. It is only 70 centimes. Did I buy incense off Haddock before? Let me check. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I don't think I did. Okay. Let's bargain, as usual. We're not just buying stuff outright. We have to bargain for everything. Let's bargain for the incense. Very well. If it will save the city, you may take the incense. Oh, I think we got it for free. Put the pouch of incense away. Hey, that's great. We got it for free. That's pretty good bargaining. Although I guess he realized that he would die along with the rest of Shapir if we let the fire elemental rage out of control. So it's kind of like, give us the incense or you'll die. I guess that's pretty good bargaining, huh? Okay, not bad. Let's see. Sunset approaches on day 4. Yeah, we don't really have a whole lot of time for, let's see. Our stats are looking pretty, you know what? Let's go to the Kata's Tail Inn. And Shameen tells us welcome as usual. You know what? I'm going to sit down and have Shima bring us dinner as usual. Lamb falafels and soured cream along with a rabbit curry are part of the meal for tonight. May it do you good. Thanks, Shima. You are, of course, most welcome, my hero. Okay. Eat. You have a wonderful meal. There are numerous salads. You know, I think I read this message every time. You know what? I'm going to skip that message because I think I've read it before. Fortunately, your strenuous regimen as a hero prevents you from looking as round as Abdullah. Okay. I'm going to stand up, and instead of going to sleep until dawn, I'm going to sleep until evening. You awaken much refreshed. Now, the night is still young on day 4, but sleeping for just that little while replenished our stamina points. So we can go outside and fight monsters in the night. But I'm out of time for this video, so I'll have to do that once again in the next video. So I'll see you then, folks.